Hi, everyone. Merry Christmas. Thanks for the honor of letting us be a part of your special Christmas celebration at home. We've got, I think, a terrific and very classic menu taken up another notch today, and I'm very excited to get into it. I actually get to have Christmas twice. It's December 23rd when I'm recording this video, and I get to do this one and then get to have it again with my family on the 25th. So thank you, and why don't we go ahead and get started? You want to preheat your oven to 425 degrees, or if you're like me with the convection oven, 400 degrees. Throw your turkey breast in there, lid removed, and the container it came in for 25 minutes. So after 5 minutes, you're going to throw your leek stuffing in there as well, and they'll both be ready at the same time. And let's hope that I time this properly so that we can have everything all at the same time, and you don't have to watch the video for too long. You can get to celebrating with your family. Okay, so you're going to preheat your pan to medium-high heat. Non-stick was best, and you want to do 2 tablespoons or 1 tablespoon per person of canola or grapeseed oil, anything neutral. And it's kind of weird to be cooking with a Santa hat on, but I thought, you know, let's make it festive tonight. Okay, so we've got your Brussels sprouts, and you're going to do cut side down, and you want to get some nice brown on there. So about 5 minutes in total. And if you got some Brussels sprout leaves that fall off in the container, don't worry about them. You can just leave them alone. What I actually like to do is just toss them in some olive oil and salt and pepper straight, and then you can munch on them as a little snack while you're waiting. And I might do that once I get everything out of this little box that they came in. Hopefully it's not too hard to separate out the vegetables. All right, I think I got all of the big Brussels sprouts on there, and it's just the leaves after that. Maybe one more. Make sure the oil is all there nice. Don't make it too hot, and actually one little Brussels sprout leaf escaped me there, so that's going to go back in. So you want to brown them for about 5 minutes before we throw the rest of the stuff in there. I've got my mashed potatoes on the stove, and medium low. And if you do that for 20 minutes while your turkey and stuffing are in the oven, then you should be good. Sweet potato soup, maybe I turned it down a little too much. I turn it up just a notch to 4 on the induction range. And then I've got my gravy sort of bubbling around in the background. I should probably get a little whisk to make sure to give it a stir every once in a while. Okay, let me tell you about the wines that you're getting tonight for the people that chose to have the wine pairing, because why wouldn't you? We've got our famous Blanc de Becta. This is something that was conceived by our Director of Operations, Peter Vandenway, and his wife, Lauren, who works for Cave Spring. And we go down and help them bottle some delicious sparkling wine at Cave Spring Cellars in Niagara. 36 months on the lees, which is beyond what entry-level champagne is, and it's just delicious. And the textural difference of the sparkling wine works so beautifully with the soup, sweet potato soup tonight. So here we go. By the way, feel free to use your champagne flutes, but I like to drink my bubbly in a wine glass because I think you get a little more expression out of it. Just want to make sure that the Brussels sprouts are not sticking. We've got nice little browning going on. That guy ran over. We've got some nice little browning going on already. So even though it calls for 5 minutes, I might have put this on heat that's a little higher than necessary. And then it's actually 2 tablespoons of neutral oil per person. I only did 1 per person, so I'm going to throw a little bit more in there. There we go, because we've got all this other veg that's going to go in just a second. Okay, so soup bubbling away. That's good. I mean, we can just jump ahead and plate the dessert. Why don't we get that out of the way now? I love pecan pie, and this is a pecan tart, and it's very Christmassy in my world. So we've got our mascarpone, honey mascarpone. All you have to do is dollop it on top. I think I might have left mine in the fridge a little too long, so it's a little bit firm, but that's okay. By the time we get to it, it'll be perfect. That's lovely. And then we've got our candied orange that we're going to fit on top. So there is our lovely pecan tart with the honey mascarpone and the orange, candied orange. Okay, so we're probably good now. So we're going to throw our carrots in and our cremini mushrooms, and we're going to throw our 1 tablespoon per person of unsalted butter in there. And as soon as it's in there, we can roll it all around so the poor Brussels sprouts are getting browned on one side, can now get mixed up. When you want to hit this with some salt and pepper, feel free to be generous. I always think of Christmas as a slightly salty meal. Make sure it's still on medium-high heat. Lovely. And whisking the gravy a little bit. And our lovely mashed potatoes. They seem very dry when you first put them in the pot, but then as soon as the butter and the cream sort of melt in there, then they become very, very creamy. So keep that in mind. And then for our rosé pairing, our main course pairing, we have this delightful rosé from Bourg, L'Instant Gourmand, and Cinsault and Grenache from south of France. And it just makes me happy. My old chef from New York City, Daniel Boulud, always said, with turkey, you got to do rosé. So I'm going with his suggestion. Here's to Daniel Boulud, and I hope you love it as much as I do. Gorgeous. It's just got a little bit of tannin to it, which is going to be perfect with the turkey. Keep it fresh and savory. Okay, I think we're probably close enough now where we can plate up our soup. Turn that guy off so it doesn't keep beeping at me. You don't even need a ladle with this stuff. One of the magic things about good restaurants is that they have great equipment. And in our case, we have this amazing blender called a VitaPrep. And I saw the kitchen staff today pureeing up all the soup, getting it ready. And it's just this creamy, silken texture. Then we can add a little bit of the sour cream on top of there. I'm going to dollop it just in the center, but for you guys, make sure when you're eating it, you sort of mess it around so that you can get all that lovely creaminess. And then of course, you need some texture, and that's where the crispy leeks come in. Why not use them all? I love crispy leeks. Give our veg a little stir. And if you don't know how to do this, don't worry. You can just mix it up with some tongs, and that's all right. So there is our lovely sweet potato soup with the sour cream and crispy shallots. We're going to get ready for our main course. I'm using some coupes tonight, big wide pasta bowls, but you can use big plates if you like. And let's see, we've got about 3 minutes before we start plating this stuff. Let's see how Chef Rich is suggesting plating this. Stuffing in the middle of the plate, followed by the vegetables beside. That includes the mashed potatoes, and then top with the roast turkey, and then finally gravy on the turkey and the stuffing. Key. So I guess we have to wait. In the meantime, I just want to give a special shout out, first of all, to our curated team, led by Melissa on the um, office administration side. She packs all your boxes. She grabs all of your great wine. She answers all of your emails and phone calls, and she's just terrific. And she is just thrown down this week in order to get everything ready for Christmas. So thank you, Melissa. And of course, Rich and all of the cooks in the kitchen. You guys have done such an incredible job, and I'm so proud of you, and I love working with you every day. And especially to you, our loyal customers who have ordered this time and again. It makes my heart sing to get all this amazing support from our guests, especially when you can go to dine in restaurants now and that you decided to support us in order to keep this business going. We're just so very grateful. We've got curated wine cases, we've got wine club stuff, we've got gift certificates, we've got all kinds of stuff. So if you need some last minute gift certificates, we actually have a great one online where you can purchase and you can choose when the person receives it along with a message. So it can come at 5 o'clock on Christmas Day if you want. So if you're still needing something and you can't get to the stores because of the crazy storm that's coming down tonight, then check out our gift card page online because we would love to be able to share this joy with other people in your circle. Okay, so I think we've got to be very close now. So let me plate the stuffing. That is looking and smelling great. And then we've got our turkey. These turkey breasts are these very young, small turkeys. We brined them, roasted them, and now you're just doing the little reheat. Okay, so stuffing it is. And this is a sourdough stuffing with fresh leeks. I've got my cat here looking for some food. She'll get that in just a second. Probably some leftover turkey stuff. She likes the turkey, don't we all? That is good. Let me turn that off. Mashed potatoes going beside. It's fun to do some traditional stuff every once in a while instead of just fancy restaurant stuff. Hey Google, timer off. Yes, I know you're interested in having some of this because it's delicious. Let's make sure to turn everything off. All right, now we can plate the veg. Our carrots, mushrooms, and Brussels sprouts. Yeah, I know you smell this awesomeness and you want some. So by the way, for all of you curated regulars, I'll apologize in advance. We're taking a little break for some staff holidays the first week of January. So we're going to be back up and running. I think it's going to be like the 12th of January. So keep that in mind. Let's see, the 14th is the Saturday, which I'm going on vacation. So we're going to redo a meal kit from last year so that we don't skip a beat because I have to work, unfortunately, during the first week of January when everyone else is off. And so we're going to find a great meal kit from last year so that I've recorded the video, taken the pictures, picked the wine, done all that stuff. And so you guys can enjoy while I'm away on vacation. Wow, this looks amazing. Just sort of smushing that down. Of course, Christmas is all about abundance, so we have a lot of food here for you. Chef Rich didn't say it, but I'm going to say add a little bit of seasoning at the tail end, because again, it's always good when it's a little bit salty. It has a little bit of pepper going on. Our gravy looking good. Turn that guy off. And on top of the turkey and the stuffing and some of the veg, why not? Because gravy is literally the thing that makes the world go round. This is a fabulous looking Christmas dinner, pre-Christmas dinner for me. Our brined and roasted young turkey breast with the leek stuffing, roasted Brussels sprouts, mushrooms, carrots, mashed potatoes, and gravy. Thank you very much. Happy holidays. I hope you love your experience. Thanks for all the support this year and wishing you an amazing 2023.